Hello, my name is Colin Mills, and in my What Makes You Tick website, we discuss what makes you, you. In my last video, we looked at who we are and why we are here. To learn over many lifetimes everything there is to know about life, using logic as a compass. To expand a bit more about this learning, it's important that we as monads or spiritual beings realize that we have one driving force, and that is to evolve. And in that process of evolving, to gain as much wisdom as we can. By wisdom, I don't mean here sitting in an ivory tower devouring books. I mean the wisdom of life gained from experiencing what life throws at us and how we deal with it. I want to digress slightly here. If you've read my bio, you will see that I've spent my life surfing, becoming a successful competitor. I can remember the first time I tried to surf. My friend lent me a surfboard. The surf was small and therefore manageable, and when a wave came, I caught it. I stood up and surfed. Not that I did any fancy maneuvers, but what I did, many people take weeks to be able to just stand up. The question is why? Why was I able to do that, given that no one in my family had ever touched a surfboard? Years later, when I became involved in philosophy, I realized that I had surfed many lifetimes in previous lives. Now, before you say, there weren't surfboards back then, it's important for you to ponder on just how long we have been around. Whatever mastery or excellence someone has in a particular skill or activity has been developed over a long time. How can we possibly have the skills, qualities, the compassion, and the wisdom that we see in individuals at the top of Maslow's triangle, unless we have walked the path all the way from the bottom? Given our one life indoctrination by religion, it's almost automatic that we think that someone's mastery in an activity just arrived in some sort of talent bubble. We need to rethink that idea if we want to be logical and find truth. And by the way, that past doesn't mean just living on this planet. Think about that. Everything that you are, compassionate, wise, loving, sincere, gifted, talented, did not just happen because you were born this life. It is an accumulation of lifetimes of experience and experiencing, which we carry forward in what is known as a causal envelope, which we are able to re-engage with depending on our goals for a particular incarnation. Depending on how far you are able to allow yourself to look at your past, it brings to view something else. Just how much of a saint or a degenerate have you been in those past lives? And when you have been a degenerate and caused suffering to others, do you think you get away with it? Religion has completely misunderstood the gospel of what hell or heaven might be, painting a picture of where we are headed, either towards a forever fire and brimstone hell, if we have been evil, or a beautiful place of love and light, if we have been good. What has been omitted is that this place only exists in our minds. It's how you experience your day-to-day living of life. Mental or emotional suffering is one's hell. Likewise, a life of joy and happiness is also experienced through our mind and emotions. Both are shaped from past lives. This is why on some days you might feel sad for no reason. Something from a previous life was just unconsciously triggered. I want to go back to what I was saying about whether if you cause others to suffer, you get away with it. As monads or spiritual beings, we have one basic quality, and that quality is love. When we violate that quality and cause others to suffer, the expression, what goes around, comes into play, and we end up suffering. That would be logical, wouldn't it? But thanks to our Western ignorance and the reinforcement by the one life aberration, we don't bother to question the underlying reasons of the suffering we see around us. It's harsh to say, it's just payback. But given the atrocities that man, and because we ourselves haven't exactly been saints, has committed over many lifetimes, we are just reaping what we have sowed. To keep it really simple, we did things to others that we wouldn't have liked being done to us. Consider the German concentration camps. I'll leave you to think about this one. Thanks for watching.